Hi Libra, welcome to your month ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your continued support. It truly means the world. If you haven't seen it yet, your 2019 forecast is up and out there for your viewing pleasure, so check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, the life path number numerology series that I did is complete. So if you know your life path number, there is a video for you. If you don't know your life path number, I have posted a video on how to calculate your birth path or life path number. With all of that said, please don't forget, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address in the description box below. So before we start, I would like to bless both of my decks with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what December 2018 has in store for you. Whatever holiday you celebrate, if you celebrate this month, may you have a blessed one. And I really hope it is all that you hope for and all the promise that it could be. So your actions and your interactions with the world at large. You get the Four of Cups. So you are trying to delve into gratitude in the biggest and best possible way. It kind of feels to me like you're really starting to look at things and say to yourself, okay, how can I foster more gratitude? How can I be more grateful for what I have? You're looking at everything that you have and everyone that you have around you. And what you're trying to do is increase the love that you feel for them, but also increase the knowledge that they have of the love that you feel for them. This is kind of like a very gushy month for you, which is beautiful, right? Because you've got your Venus, your ruler, in your sign, went retrograde, came back in, you know, and is now going forward and, you know, is getting ready to leave in order to bless you, you know, because so you get like in effect and essence, you get like a double whammy of it. And it kind of feels for me like you're tapping into that spirit, Libra, and really saying to yourself, you know what, I want to radiate out this gratitude that I have. I want people to know how grateful I am for them, and you're giving people this experience of understanding that they are loved, that they are held, that they are cherished. And that's a really beautiful place to be in. I kind of feel like you yourself have actually been in a bit of a slump. You might not have even told anybody about this, how you were feeling, what you were going through, you know, on an internal level. And the beauty of this is the way that you've chosen to transmute the energies, rather than sit and say, oh, poor me, I don't feel good, or life is crap, or whatever. You've done the complete opposite, and you've kind of moved forward and you said, right, okay, well, if I feel like this, that's fine. But what I'm going to do is give gratitude and love to everybody else and make sure that they know that they're loved, held, cared for and cherished. And that is absolutely beautiful. And that is going to radiate outward, and it will bring so much more of that back to you as an experience that you're going to have going forward. What you're doing with your funk is turning it into something, you know, amazing. And that's really, really powerful. So your money and your materials this month, let's see what you're looking at. You got the Ace of Swords, beautiful. So if you have been struggling to find work, if you have been in a bit of a financial pickle, or wondering, you know, or maybe you're reaching, you know, maybe you haven't had a job and you've been sustaining yourself okay up until now, and you're getting to the point where the funds are starting to run out. This looks very much to me like a lot of you are going back to a job or a career that you've done in the past. It kind of feels like this month you'll get an offer. And, you know, even though we're late in the year, it's December, it's, you know, holiday season, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely hear that. But with the Ace of Swords, this is usually an offer, a job interview, or a job offer of some sort that comes in. And the fact that this is in your money and your materials, and then you've got this card here, which is kind of mulling things over. It almost feels to me like you're returning back to a job that you did once before. Or it could be that you're working in a place that you once worked before. But money and materials looks great for this month, actually. It kind of says to me that you're going to go through this massive upswing. And in part and parcel, this is down to your resourcefulness, one. And two, it's down to this attitude of gratitude that you're radiating outwards. It's kind of like, you know, where you could have got yourself into a funk and stay, well, rather you've been in a funk and you could have, you know, kept yourself in that bubble. You've chosen to expand and change and transmute the experience. And then with the Ace of Swords and the money and materials, this says that this month you'll get the offer. This month you will see some improvement, you know, which is beautiful. It's absolutely great. So let's see what your communications has to say. You got the Nine of Pentacles. This card has been really active for December, and I find it really interesting because, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is about refinement. This is about quality time. This is about spending, you know, it's the refinement. It's things and people of quality. Next to the Ace of Swords, this is about conversations that happen, you know, because this card itself falls in your communication sector. It's next to the Ace of Swords. This is about positions of, you know, so you could go for an interview for one thing and walk out with a higher position than you expected, and this is very much going to come off of the back of you really knowing your stuff. It's kind of like you're going to demonstrate some kind of expertise this month, and from that expertise you will get out more than you put in, more than you expected to get out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Communications look absolutely brilliant. This is about quality communication. It's about conversations that lift your spirits and lift your heart. You're going to be talking about things with people that really make your heart sing, that really make your mind buzz with ideas and artistry. It looks like a really fruitful month. Money and materials and communications especially. This stuff looks really blessed. And a big part of this is going to be because you're coming from a place of deep gratitude, of deep understanding that, you know what, whatever vibration I put out, I want to be of quality, and I want it to be, I just realised my mic is down there, so hopefully this doesn't crackle too much. You know, I want it to be of quality, but ultimately I want to be received in a way that helps and benefits everybody involved. Which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This looks like a really stellar month for you guys. I'm excited to see what comes up. So, your heart and your half, or your personal relationships. Let's have a look. You've got the Two of Cups, beautiful. For those of you that are single, go out and mingle. Yeah, and I really mean that, as cliche as it sounds, and I'm rhyming and all sorts. Like, if you're single, get out there. You must get out there. The Two of Cups can represent true love, right? But it also always talks about a really powerful connection between people. And the fact that this falls in your personal relationships, if you are single, this sees you rubbing shoulders with somebody that is of refinement, somebody that has class, somebody that has, you know, possibly even status and money. Although it's not necessarily about that, it really feels to me like this is about you rubbing shoulders with somebody that excites you on various different levels, not just on one level. For those of you that are partnered, not only are you spending quality time with your honey and your family, excuse me, but it also feels to me like you're really delving into the connections that you have. It's like you've got, you know, not just this attitude of gratitude, but you're fostering this love of the bonds and the kinship and the love that you have between yourself and between people that you... Ooh, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. You know, you're fostering this attitude of gratitude, and you're really delving into the love, like you're really feeling it. So for those of you that are partnered, this is going to be a stellar month for you. You're really feeling this. It's like you're living from your heart space as opposed from always coming from your mind, which is, you know, it's fantastic. It really is. So let's have a look at the first week of December. Oh, you have to forgive me, it's really cold here at the moment. First week of December, you've got the Lovers card. And this, like I said, you know, especially with the Two of Cups there, this suggests that a lot of good connections can come in this week, this month. And especially in the first week of December, you could be networking with people that end up becoming really influential in your life, that end up becoming, you know, partnerships of all kinds, business partners, you know, possibly people that you used to work with could be coming back into the fold, or maybe somebody that you used to work with could suggest a job to you at a place that you used to work. you know, that really feels like a good positive path for you. But love abounds in the first week of December. I really feel that for you. Second week of December, you got the Empress. So you're building beauty, you're building love, you're building a network of people around you. And this is all through your gratitude. It's kind of like, the way that I feel it is, you're going to be like this magnet this month. You're going to be attracting all the right people and all the right situations to you. Underneath the Ace of Swords, the Empress is basically saying that your mind is extremely fertile. Your ideas, you need to give credence. And when you go for interviews, when you go for, you know, if you're not looking for work and you're not in that position, this basically says that the way that you impress your peers, or the people that you want to, you know, that you might want to impress, like bosses and stuff, the way that you do this is by demonstrating your ability to get everybody on the same page. You know, this ability to bridge gaps, to be the glue, to, you know, get people in the spirit of sharing and giving. It's kind of like you're leading the way on that. You're at the forefront of this and really showing people how it's done. The third week of December, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful, because this is like a blessing that you've worked for. Underneath the Nine of Pentacles, especially with your communications, this is kind of saying that, you know, the third week isn't just a time to be enjoyed because it's like the holiday week, but it's also a time for you to enjoy because it's about seeds that have already been sown. Sometimes the way that we get our blessings is by being open to accept them. Sometimes you don't have to do anything more because you've already put the work in. And the third week of December feels like that. It feels like you just need to be open to receiving your blessings, as opposed to going out there to get them, to work for them, to chase them down. Fourth week of December, the last week of the year, you get the Strength card. This is effectively, especially under the Two of Cups, this is about asking you, what is your truest heart's desire? If you're single, what do you really envision a partner bringing to you that you feel is not complete in your life? How is somebody else going to complete you? How is somebody going to bring you what you would like to bring more of into your world or into your life? For those of you that are partnered, what would make your bond better? What would strengthen it for you? What would, you know, what if you could give one present to your partner, and it's not about the gift, it's about the sentiment behind it. If you could give them anything, what would it be? You know, the Strength card is asking you to tap into your heart space, to really ask you, rather is asking you to ask yourself, what do I want to bring into this now? What do I want to welcome into my life? What do I want to welcome into somebody else's life? This looks like a great month for you guys. So finally, you have your key to the month, and your key to the month is the Death card. So this basically is you wrapping things up. The Death card represents the sign of Scorpio, but it also represents you being in a space where you're ready to move on, where you're ready to truly let something go or transcend an experience. And as this is the key to the month for the last month of the year, this is saying to you, it's not about setting, for many people I've said, you know, whatever your resolutions are. For you, Libra, there are no resolutions. The only resolution that you have is to leave this year and everything that happened in it in this year. So that when you step into 2019, that fresh slate that you have is a fresh slate. But yeah, it looks like a really good month for you. I think the only thing really that's lacking here, apart from the Wheel of Fortune, because it's got Jupiterian energy, is fire. You've got all the other elements. So, you know, this is asking you in December to ask yourself, especially with the Strength card being in the fourth week, because that's represented by Leo, I guess. So, you know, what is your passion? What's going to give you that fire? What's going to reignite that spark of fire in your belly to get you out into the world? What is going to get you emotive and action orientated for the new year? What is it that you need to bring into your life to light that spark so that you can get going? That's what you're being asked to ask yourself. This is a good month of closing things down, but it's also a good month of teaching yourself and really relearning what it is to come from a place of gratitude. And you're able to demonstrate that to others as well. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. I really hope you have an amazing holiday season and a really very happy new year. I will see you again for more videos very soon. Take care.